From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a 1st down on their first offensive play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a 1st down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
13. Yeah. Hey, middle. Shut up.
Now Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. At the 12-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Yo.
Jackson now. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete, it's Dotson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
touch that. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. Third down and 6. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12. At the
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Great, set. 63, out, 73. Carl up yet? Hey, 73.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Throw right side. The ball comes out. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's second and 3.
Middle. Hey, middle.
Inside handoff, Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4. To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. He's into space past the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now it's Jackson. That is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Next to score, Ravens 7, Eagles nothing.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Hey, 73, 73. Tiger Hornet. Delta.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Silver. Delta set. Anyway, 63, 6. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti.
Hurts. That one downfield for Dotson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And the Ravens first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Luke now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Ravens 14, Eagles nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Go Silver, ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Tiger Swarm, Tiger Swarm.
49-yard line.
Crowd left, get him. Great.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Brings up third and 3.
Great. Set. No touch.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
No touch that. On anyone, that. Hey, easy. Crowd left, get him. Tiger Hornet. Hey. No touch.
Throwing is Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
73. Hey, Silver. 63. No touch.
Here's Hurts to throw. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. try and throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Jackson going to keep it. And they'll get this down to the 10. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Henry up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 9.
No, we changed it. Hey.
They go play action with Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, I'm not being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 19 at the 22-yard line.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Great. Set. Hey, 73. Crowd left, Yanni. Crowd left.
They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Crowd left, Yanni. 73. Crowd left, Yanni. Tiger Hornet.
They'll set up a throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now back to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Yanni. Alpha. Crowd left, Yanni. 63.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This now a 3rd and 4.
73. Good. Man, try left, trim. Hey, 73. Hey.
Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
70. Crowd left, Yanni. Tiger Hornet. Crowd left, Yanni. Go Silver, ready? Crowd left, Yanni.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Jackson now.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Real quick.
Gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much